Hello, a very good morning to all of you class 8. Welcome back to yet another class of English grammar. Today we will do the past tense. We have covered simple tense. We have covered all the forms of simple tense in this previous lesson. This is a new lesson of your grammar, lesson number 3, the past tense. And in today's class we will learn all the forms of past tense. Okay, so the learning objective for today's class will be to be able to identify simple past tense, identify and use simple past tense correctly, to be able to identify simple past continuous tense and identify and use past continuous tense correctly. Here in the previous class I've explained that a verb has 3 tense: past, present and future. Now these 3 tense are separately explained in your textbook. We have covered the present tense. Now we are at lesson number 3 is the past tense. And although I also explained in the previous lesson that all the tense have 4 forms. They have simple, then continuous, then it has perfect and perfect continuous. These are the 4 forms. So today when we start with past tense, we have the 4 forms, right? These are the 4 forms: simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense. So today I'm going to explain the first 2: simple past tense and past continuous tense. Past tense is referred to an action that happens in the past. It could be just a few seconds ago or years ago. Anything which is referred to where the action is completed, it is referred as the past tense. Simple past tense is formed with the second form of verb. Verb has 3 forms: first form, root form, second form, and the third form, which is called the past participle. The negative sentence is formed with did not plus first form of verb. You have to add did not, subject plus did not, and the first form of verb. And interrogative sentences is formed with did, it will come first, then subject plus the first form of verb plus question mark. I will explain it with some examples. Look at this: positive sentence, negative sentence, and this is question sentence. I started. Okay, this is a positive sentence. What did we learn in the past is formed with a second form of verb. This is the second form of verb. I started, or I ate, I slept. This is a positive sentence. You started, he started, she started. Then if it is a negative sentence, I did not start, I did not eat, I did not sleep, I did not study. Okay, this is a negative sentence. You will add did not. And if it is a question, then did will take the first place, subject will take the second place, and the first form of verb. Did I start? Did I study? Did I sleep? Did you study? Okay, so this is how you will frame past simple tense sentences in a positive, negative and interrogative sentences. The uses. How do we use past tense? When do we use? We use it to express past event or action. Action is completely unrelated to the present. Now whenever we speak about a past, sometimes the time is given, sometimes a time is not given. He died in 1950. Here the time is given. He died in 1950. A simple, we are expressing an event which happened in 1950. I lost my purse in market. Here time is implied. That means it is understood. It is understood that I was in market when I lost my purse. So the time is implied. And third is when the time is asked. When did you meet her? When did you lost your purse? Okay, when you ask time. It is used to express repeated events or series of completed action in the past. Like my brother woke up, washed his face, got dressed and left to play. So this is all completed series of action. It is also used to express habit in the past. My mother often read me tales before I went to bed. This is a habit in the past. express an action which lasted for a period of time in the past. He lived in London for a long time. He lived in India for 5 years. So, which lasted for a period of time in the past. When we are talking about a period of time in the past, we use past tense. And we use it for permanent or long-term solutions in the past. I completed my schooling from Delhi. I complete my graduation from Assam, from Guwahati University. Alright. So in such sentences we use simple past tense. Past continuous tense is also known as past progressive tense, which is referring to a continuous action that was happening at some point of time. Now past continuous tense, again in a positive, subject plus was, were, depending on the person, on the number, plus verb ing form would be used. She was cooking all morning. And in a negative sentence, subject plus was or were plus not, and verb will have ing form. She was not sleeping when he came home. Okay. Then in a interrogative sentence, was or were will take the first form. Was she sleeping when he came home? Okay. So this is how you frame sentences with the past continuous tense. Now let us see some example. Let us understand with some examples. Past continuous tense. This is affirmative sentences. I was dancing. Negative. I wasn't dancing. A question. Was I dancing? You were eating. You were not eating. Were you eating? So you see this here, the position of, in the question, the position of subject goes to the second place. So this is some examples. You can please go through it. When do we use past continuous tense? We use it to express an action that was in progress at some time in the past. When I reach home, it was still raining. So action was in progress. That means it was still raining. To express two or more action in a progress at the same time. While I was studying, my brother was sleeping. So we are expressing two actions simultaneously. To express an often repeated past action, something which happens in the past. Tina was always skipping breakfast. Okay. Then when we use it in description, and when describing something, we also use past continuous tense. John was playing piano and Madhu was singing. Then in indirect speech as the equivalent of present continuous tense. Look at these sentences. In an indirect speech, in a direct speech, what do you say? Prachi said, I was traveling by the Jan Shatabdi. If we change it to indirect speech, it will be Prachi said that she was traveling by Jan Shatabdi. So in both the sentences, we use past continuous tense. Then when we ask polite questions about how a period of time was spent, what were you doing when I called you? And also to express unfulfilled plans with verbs like hope or plan, etc. I was hoping to find a new shirt. I was planning to go on a holiday. Okay, so these are the type of sentences and where we use past continuous tense. Children, all this has been taken from referred from your textbook. Please open your textbook and read it. It has been all taken from your textbook, and you can find more examples in this sentences. Alright, so today we have learned what is a simple past and past continuous tense, and we have learned the usage of simple past and past continuous tense. I hope students, you all have understood these two topics. Very simple and very similar to the previous topic. The only thing we need to remember is that the action has taken in past. That means the action is completed. Tomorrow in the next class, I will start with the remaining two forms. I will complete the remaining two forms. Thank you, students.